Tell me about CI, CD, and your role as a Scrum Master in DevOps. Hello, welcome to the Scrum chat room with Dr. Francis Ibunya. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button because we are bringing you videos that are definitely going to simplify your understanding of the Scrum Master role and also helping you to take that giant step towards getting your first role as a Scrum Master. And also for those who want to get certified, you can check our next training. It's going to be this weekend. Friday. It's going to start tomorrow. So if you want to really get certified, you can send out a text. I'm just going to put my number here. I want to get certified and SAFe Scrum Master, not PSM. SAFe Scrum Master. The reason I focus on SAFe Scrum Master, if you understand SAFe Scrum Master, you don't have a problem with CSM and PSM, right? SAFe Scrum Master is that springboard you need to kind of scale up to any position, right? But if you do PSM or CSM, rest assured you're still going to need SAFe Scrum Master if you want to work in a safe environment. But if you are SAFe Scrum Master certified, you don't need PSM and CSM because SAFe also teaches Scrum, and Scrum is what we teach at PSM and CSM level, which is the reason why I probably don't teach PSM or I don't teach CSM. But those are great courses for anyone that want to start really from the base. I encourage you to go start with PSM and CSM. But for what I did, I teach what I do, right? I don't teach what I hear online. We teach practical here. I did not do PSM and I did not do CSM. Right, when I wanted to get into a Scrum, I did my evaluation and I saw that, with SAFe Scrum Master, you don't need to do PSM because PSM is about working as a team and CSM is on how to work as a team as a Scrum Master. SAFe teaches you not only how to work as a team, so it teaches you that and teaches you how to facilitate program increment planning and how to collaborate with multiple teams at the same time. So that was a bit advanced compared to PSM and CSM, which is the reason why I picked that, right? But then if you've been following me, all of the questions we've been answering is about Scrum. So some people feel like SAFe is only about somewhere up there and then somewhere down here we need PSM and CSM. No, for me, SAFe is like advanced Scrum Master. So you learn Scrum and you learn program planning and all the like, okay? So I'm more of a pro SAFe person. All right, perfect. But that wasn't our topic for today. Our topic for today was understanding CI and CD. CI means continuous integration and CD means continuous deployment. And all of that, continuous integration and continuous deployment, is equals to DevOps. Now, when you look at the word DevOps, D-E-V-O-P-S, it's a combination of development and operation. So continuous integration and continuous deployment is a cycle that happens within the Scrum team, which means that the reason we're building in 2 weeks, you have 2 week sprint, 2 week iteration, is that we want to be able to build an increment, then integrate it in the previous increment that we built, and then deploy it into operation. In that case, the client don't have to wait, let's say, for 2 years after we've built the product to have a feel of it or to start using it. So CI/CD help us to be able to deploy what we're building bit by bit to our client. Now, how does that happen? It uses an environment called DevOps. Now, DevOps is a mindset, it's a way of thinking, it's a way of working, it's a culture, right? It just means that the developer, those who are working on the product and building the product, and the operation, those who are marketing the product and then they're doing the branding, need to collaborate together. That's the meaning of DevOps, right? Now, in those days, those who are building the product, definitely developer, they work on their own end, and those who are marketing work on their own end. So there was no collaboration between those who are marketing and those who are building. In most of the cases, that if something happened on the front side of operation, it has to be sent back and maybe wait for several days, which is about waterfall. So when Scrum came in, Scrum implemented the process of CI/CD, continuous integration and continuous employment, to bridge the gap between operation and development. That is why in a Scrum team, you are going to have a product manager, which is someone that's working on the operation and both also understanding the development. In that case, if there's a question coming up from the end user, which are those who are using the product, he should be able to answer it. If there's and bring back that same question to the development team. All right. If you understand that baseline, then you understand DevOps. You understand the importance of CI and CD. Now, what is your role as a Scrum Master in DevOps? Your role is to facilitate the communication between developers and the operation. And that communication is facilitated by you communicating with stakeholders. In stakeholders industries, many people misunderstand the concept of stakeholders. When we talk about stakeholders, it doesn't mean somebody outside of the organization. Your stakeholder, which is the person you collaborate with, is the person that's representing the customer from your end. And most cases, it's going to be your product manager, which is going to be the stakeholder you're communicating to, because the product manager is answering every question that is from the end user or is from your client. Now, when we have our DevOps, when we have our operation, and you're the bridge between that the developer and the operation. And also, if you look at the way sprint review or iteration review is organized, where you bring all the stakeholders on board and the developers are presenting their increment and they're demoing their increment, and then the stakeholder, which are like the managers and other stuff, are asking questions. Now you are facilitating, so you are integrating, you are enabling the culture of DevOps. So your role as a Scrum Master in CI/CD and DevOps is to promote it. There is nothing you need to go do to make it happen, right? It's already happening. So what you do is to promote it. Now, if you take a bit step bit further, which is also the question that comes up in the interviews a lot. What are some of the software tools? What are some of the tools the DevOps or your team has been used for deployment? Now, DevOps is about delivering, software delivery. So if we talk about the developers are building, and there's communication between developer and the operation, it means they need to build and deliver, right? They need to build and deliver. Now, what are some of the software that can enable you to deploy? So they build, they integrate, and they deploy. So you just need to know them, right? You don't need to know how they work. Now, if you're being pushed too hard in an interview on a technical part, what you want to do is to tell them that, okay, sorry, you're not a technical person. You focus mainly on the functionality, on the performance of your team. And in that case, sometimes you probably don't pay so much attention on the technicality, right? But if you understand that, okay, yeah, in deployment, you need to know, like, okay, well, some of the software that is being used. GitLab is one. GitLab. You can also have GitHub and Harness and Azure DevOps. Azure DevOps is also used by many companies in CI/CD, in DevOps, continuous deployment, continuous integration, right? So now, a bonus. DevOps is about developing and then deploying. When we're developing, which is the what's it called again? Sustainable, software development lifecycle, SDLC. Yeah, you need to understand the software development lifecycle, which is what they build, they test, they deploy. They build, they test, they deploy, which is the cycle, right? They need to build it, they need to test it, and then they need to deploy it. And now, in order to deploy, that's where DevOps come in, the collaboration between the developer and the operation, where now you use the software like GitLab, GitHub, Harness, and Azure DevOps to be able to make that happen, right? Okay, perfect. But then on the side of operation, which is the upside of the DevOps, okay, this is getting interesting, which is the upside of the DevOps, right? You have the development, which is build, test, and deploy. On the side of operation, what they do is that when you send the software to them, what they do, they use it and they monitor how it is going. Now they're able to manage it, and then if something happens, they notify back the development team. You see what happened? So it's a cycle. It's more like, if you look at the DevOps circle, it's more like a twisted 8, right, or an 8 lying sideways. So that's what you need to know about DevOps, about CI/CDs. Let that not pull you apart. Just need to understand a bit about that. And I do encourage for anyone, read a bit of technical terms, but you will not even know what to read or what to expect if you're not working with someone that has been in the environment, and also not just been in the environment. Okay, this is one of the sincere advice I'm gonna give everybody when it comes to coaching. A lot of people are Scrum Masters, right? The fact that you're working as a Scrum Master doesn't make you a coach. Two different things. The fact that someone is working as a Scrum Master doesn't make that person a coach. Now, coaching and teaching are two different things, which a lot of people don't really understand. Coaching, it's more of it's not only about teaching, it's about me preparing your mindset. It's about me encouraging you that you can do it. And that happened by a series of tools. Now, teaching, it's me just come in and say, okay, when we talk about DevOps, it means development and operation. DevOps, the first part of DevOps, we're going to talk about building. When we say build, it means that we should do X, Y, Z. When we say test, this is when this person comes in. When we say deploy, this is when this person deploy. And then when you look at the other operation, this is what happens. I'm teaching you, right? But when I'm coaching you, I'm not only teaching you, I'm teaching and I'm telling you how to apply the knowledge, which is the difference, and which is what makes our channel unique, right? We're not just teaching, we're coaching. We're coaching you what to do and how to be able to implement the knowledge rightly. And we hope that you're taking advantage of this. But for those who always want to go the extra mile is where the real deep learning takes place, and where you can ask more practical questions, and where you can learn more. And when you go the extra mile, in the extra mile, there are just few people there, which is why there's a lot of space for success. If you want to go the extra mile, you can reach out to me. I want to take my Scrum journey to the extra mile. I'm going to tell you what it takes to join my coaching circle. We definitely don't accept everybody, so if you're reaching out to me, it's not a guarantee that I'm going to say, oh yeah, I'm going to help you. No, reaching out to me is the first step. The second step is your willingness to be able to do exactly what we're going to coach you to do, right? That's what's going to help you to land the position. All right, I'm definitely going to see you. I don't know, I might do a bonus video this weekend, where I do some question and answer, or I'm gonna see you on Monday, and on Monday we're gonna kickstart our week with our monthly tips on how to already succeed as a Scrum Master. And also we're gonna be handling any question that if you leave in a comment, I'm gonna answer that in our next video. Till then, I will see you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check the link below. There's so many resources that can help you. 150 plus questions. You have the resume template. You also have the tell me about yourself template. You also have the template on what you need to focus if you're looking for a case study. There's so many there. And also there are teachings which I've done. Most importantly, what I'm going to recommend for you is on my understanding Scrum in practice, where I teach you the different events, and I teach you how they operate in Jira. I know a lot of people say, oh, I don't have a problem with Scrum event. I know all what Scrum event, but sincerely, the practice is different from the theory. If all you've been reading, doing is just to read the theory and to read the guide and to understand what is in the guide, then when you've been asked, okay, tell me about how what are some of the techniques you use in grooming a story, and you do vertical slicing, like, oh, what do you mean by vertical slicing? Or they go a bit and say, oh, when you actually run your how they call it, your backlog grooming or your backlog refinement, how do you do it? Do you run it on Jira, and what exactly are you doing? You say, oh, okay, how do you prioritize it? And what do you do exactly? Or you've been asked, okay, where do you find the report on your Jira board? And you say, oh, I've been using Jira. Where do you find the report? And if I need to switch between report, how do you get that? So those are some of the extra miles we're gonna get in when you take out the course on Scrum in practice. You're gonna learn. And the cost of that course, the price of that course is $199 for people that want to get it. If you don't know where to find it, send me a text. I'm gonna put my number. It's more like me coaching you, but without me being there, right? So if you feel like, okay, I just need an extra push to go crush it, I'm gonna recommend you do that one. It's going to help fill the gap from what you're learning, right? But then if you think like there's still a very big gap to close, I would say it's definitely not gonna help you that much. You need to get real coaching. Okay, let's be sincere with ourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.